It's enough for a week for the three of us.
Well, unless you're all pigs, I think that should be fine.
That's 21 gold.
Yes. I would like it if you were all pigs so you can buy more.
I took that from the party gold inventory, so...
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Cool.
We add that to the bag of holding.
I'll stuff it in the bag of holding.
One of the commoners sort of brushes past you and goes, you guys done?
Yes.
I think so.
Alright.
Sorry for blocking the way.
He walks forward. And let me just, like this guy. He walks forward with his hands on his belt and he walks right up and goes, "Hey, Kara! Long time no see. Get me a batch of 6 bulls." Would that be goats or cows? Oh, go for some cows this time. Alright. Hope your wife likes them. And then he hands over the gold as he takes the...
What is up with this city? Everyone's really Freudian, or is it just me?
Yeah.
And I just raised
Carlius,
my
is this normal?
I just raised my eyebrows and say, "Yeah, it totally is." Actually, I point to myself and go, "Mm-hmm."
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and put that behind me and go to bed, unless anybody else says...
Well, we want to go get a job and then we'll hit the hay. Is there anything else we
Oh,
need?
let's do that tomorrow, because I don't think it'll matter too much.
Well, it might take like a couple of hours to process.
True. Yeah, we can always go ask.
Yeah, no harm in it.
Okay, back to the Adventures Guild.
Alright, so you guys sort of push past a bunch of crowd sort of coming by, and every now and again you have to sort of skirt to the side as a cart comes in. But eventually you make your way back to the Adventurers Guild, and Alice and Vanessa, they sort of look up from their tables as they're both
we'll
still
just jump
writing
all the way
something,
there.
and they're like, "Oh, welcome back."
Hi. How long does it take to, if we take a job, is there any processing that needs to be done beforehand, or can we just get started right away?
You can get started right away. Though, like we probably told you earlier, only one job per group.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there any outstanding jobs at the moment?
I think we can think of 2.
Okay.
So we've got... Oh no, there's actually 3. See, our city's mortician has been having a bit of a problem lately, and he requested a bit of help just to... I think look after some of the bodies, or just find out what the issue is. He's a bit of a odd one. He doesn't really like the sun. He stays away. He came over here in a hood and he wanted to leave straight away. He just told us he needed some adventurers, so we're like, okay, we'll draw up a bounty for you. He didn't specify the rewards though, so that's a little weird.
It sounds kind of sus. And he wants bodies, and he is the mortician.
Oh no, he doesn't want bodies. He needs help with something. With the bodies.
Undead.
We don't think so. We hope not. That would be
Tobias.
terrifying in the city.
Tobias isn't saying it out loud, but he's thinking very loudly. This guy's definitely a vampire or something. Knowing our luck.
Then she says she goes, "Now then there's another bounty. I think they're called Amy the Red and Baxter the Black. They're basically 2 bandit leaders who are working together, and they've been raiding people of Vestergaard for about a good week now. And they currently hold out somewhere near the Forest of Vida."
What ranking is that?
Oh, she takes a look. I think the bounty to kill Amy the Red and Baxter, that might be high iron, probably close to steel. As for the mortician, he didn't really give us too many details, so we've put it down at closer to bronze. As it's within the city, it should be relatively safe. And then Ellis chimes in. Oh, actually, speaking of the Forest of Vida, there's Vilimo, the alchemist from the Middle District came by just the other day. He was searching for the fangs of a serpent in the Forest of Vida, and he has a single guardsman who can probably lead you on the way. He's decided to pay pretty well for those fangs, 250 gold per tooth.
Whoa.
But as that leads you towards the Forest of Vida, it's probably yet again another high iron ranking bounty.
So that's
Alright.
250 a tooth. What was the bandit job's pay?
Oh no, it wasn't specified, but they have been hoarding up a lot of goods from the people they've raided. It seemed you could find something that you could use in that.
So the
But-
reward isn't necessarily the payment from you, rather it be what we can find on the job.
She scratches the back of her neck. Yeah, but I mean, I assume the villagers would want some of it back as well.
Fair enough.
Okay. And the mortician job, you just have no details on, pretty much. That's a mystery.
Yes, but he is within the city, so it should be relatively easygoing.
Okay. What do you guys think? I'm leaning towards the snake myself.
The snake is an official bounty, right? And we can only take one at a time.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a shame. I would have liked to hit the snake on the way to the bandits. And knock them both out if they're both in the same spot. Can we bring back these snake tooths? And then... Okay, wait. So this is a bit of a logistical question. If we take the bounty on the bandits, and then while we're out there, we just gather the tooths anyway, can we come back, complete the bandit one, take the snake one, and then immediately complete the snake one?
She goes, "You can do this. However, if another group picks up the bounty before you make it back,
We'll step out
they,
of that way.
they have the rights to the tooth."
Yeah, for sure. Alright. So do you guys want to go snake or bandits? Do we aim high or low? Or middle?
My vote is for the snake myself. But
Snake? How about you guys?
Oh god, I never unmuted myself. I've been talking to you guys for like 10 minutes.
Whoops. It's actually a really good question. I've sort of been zoning out doing other things as well, sorry. So our choices are chasing snakes,
a snake,
or a snake.
which I presume is a big snake of some description. I look at the women behind the counter. Big snake, I'm guessing. This isn't just a snake.
Well, it wouldn't be iron.
Yeah. So, a big snake of some description.
I feel
Yeah.
like we could handle a snake pretty easily.
What I was
Especially
trying
with
to say,
Longshore.
my voice seemed to stop working and I was just mouthing desperately. My vote is for the snake because that's a guaranteed payout. With the villagers, we don't know if we'll actually get something or whether it'll just be worthless pro bono work.
Well,
And
If
the
we're going
mortician
in-
is definitely
like-
a vampire, so...
Yeah,
that's
and
not
like
stuff.
like the mortician's a mystery. I couldn't care less about the villagers. The snake is guaranteed. I mean, per tooth, that's a couple thousand gold.
I'm more
Well-
interested in like going to the bandits and then taking the shit that the bandits have. Like if they got magical weaponry, cool armor,
Oh,
they might have like magic rings and shit.
I mean, we can do that. I just want to recoup my losses from wasting all my money on an unnecessary amount of diamond and
Hey man, we didn't actually lose money. We made money for free. You can have some diamonds back if you want, but I've been using them to
I
bring
mean,
people
what am
back
I
to
gonna do
life.
with diamonds? I just and then there's also the time I spent in limbo, where I made no money when I wasn't with you guys.
Alright,
got a
fair
cool
enough.
cloak though, right?
I'm keen to recoup some losses.
Yeah, alright, we'll do the snake one then.
Okay. We'll take the snake. Snape. We'll take the snake job.
All right. She sort of like writes down some details and stamps it, then hands it over to you. And she goes, as per the job description, one of the guards will come over and escort you to where the snake was last sighted in the forest.
Okay.
Will the guard take us tomorrow morning? It is pretty late in the day.
Yes, we still need time to alert him.
Okay. Well, we'll just be staying at the share house across the way, unless there are beds here for adventurers.
You'll have to use the share house. We sort of have a partnership with Mixo and Maxo.
That's right.
Okay. Let's get some sleep and go kill a snake tomorrow.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Yep.
Just so it doesn't come out of nowhere, I would like 250 of the gold from the job before we split it, because I did pay for the membership, just to get that back. Just so
yeah, sure.
it doesn't come out of nowhere tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
We still have the key to the room, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We may as well just go in there and crash and just start it up.
Oh, that's some attention to detail, West. The people have changed beds in here.
Wait, if we still have the same key, is it still that chest over in that back corner that...
I don't think it really matters if we don't put stuff in the chest.
Yeah, well, we can put our shit in the bag of holding.
Yeah. Just sleep with it under the pillow. No one's going to take it.
Alright. Then
Are we
as everyone...
Are we
Yeah.
doing watch tonight, Longshore? Are you paranoid enough for that? Or shall we just
I
sleep?
am definitely paranoid enough.
I'll take the first watch then. That's fine.
Well, do you mind if I take the first watch?
Okay. Yep.
And I don't have to get up and go back to bed.
Okay.
See,
Yep.
I would do that in real life too, because fuck getting up in the middle of the night. Alright, so you take the first watch, and eventually the sun goes down, and then the city is essentially... where did I put this? Okay, well, guess not. Fuck it, it's not. Never mind. The sun goes down and the moon rises, and you see like the blue tint sort of come in through the door, like the bottom of the door. You don't really hear any noises whatsoever. But eventually, Tobias, you can give me a perception roll.
That's always a good sign.
That one!
Almost. That's a 2.
Ooh. Alright, you hear the creaking of the door just going... Really fucked up door. And then this guy comes up through the door, and he's just like pointing at nothing, trying to clench his fist. He's very obviously angry, and then he sits down by the bed. Then he lays back down, and he points up to the ceiling, and he goes, "One fucking day." And then he conks out and goes to sleep. But aside from that, nothing else happens.
Oh, that was odd. I don't suppose I recognize him at all, or is he just some rando?
He's just some rando.
Just a very angry person. Okay, I'll wake Carlius when it's his turn, and then go to bed.
Oh, Carlius, you wake up as well.
Yep,
As
so-
the night eventually goes on. What do you plan to
Alrighty.
do?
I'm just going to keep a watch. I'm not looking at going anywhere or doing anything in particular, just standing watch and keeping an eye out.
Alright. Eventually, actually, you can roll you can roll perception for me too.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, in that case, you're not sure when this happened. You're not even sure if the door ever actually opened or not, but eventually you hear this whispering of a voice behind you going, "Hello, Carlius." And you turn around and you see nothing. No one.
I slowly, as if I'm scratching my eyebrow, start wiping my finger across the top of my eye.
And as you turn around to face where the voice is, you see sort of on the edge of the bed, 2 daggers just laying there. But there's no sign of anyone inside.
Huh. I I pick up one of the daggers and study it. Is there anything special about them as I
Nope,
look?
normal as normal daggers.
Yep, sweet. Alrighty.
But as you carry on throughout the night, nothing else of note happens.
Alright, so who's taking third watch?
That's me. I always take the third one.
Oh, okay. So I walk over and lightly, not so lightly tap Thorin on the shoulder and say, okay, all yours.
Yeah, it needs to be not lightly, otherwise I won't wake up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Why not so lately? You just like sidekick him out of the bed.
Land on my face, still snoring.
So
Yeah,
Thorin-
alright, I'll wake up.
Yep, as you wake up and you start to take watch, you look all around the room. The night starts to carry on, and then, sort of out of the corner of your eye, the flames from the fireplace sort of draw your attention a little bit, and you look towards it. You can roll religion. Huh. Let me get my other notes.
The ones I wasn't expecting to use. Whoops.
You shouldn't expect the cleric to ever roll low on a religion.
You see red, fiery eyes, almost as though they're coming out of the embers themselves, staring right back at you. It instills you with a sense of power, and it sort of makes you much more awake and aware of the surroundings. But as the fire starts to dim a little bit more, and the face fades away, you feel nothing else.
Was there any lasting effect on me?
Not that you can tell.
Can I take a moment and do a check? I can't. Can I cast Identify on me?
Do you have a symbol?
Yeah, remember? The people gave me one. Oh, I don't have my fucking $100 pearl. Damn it, no I can't. Need to go get my shit back if I want to do it.
Also,
All
the
our
people.
temp gear got taken.
Yeah.
Oh,
your
like
training
you
gear
no, I
got-
don't.
yeah. Then in that case, nothing else happens for the rest of the night, as I presume you're going to go wake Longshore.
I go wake Longshore when there's 1 hour till the end of the rest.
Push up time.
Yeah, man.
I spinning kick him in the face out of surprise.
Longshore, you eventually get up as well, and you look around the room. Seems quite bright for you, but nothing out of the ordinary happens. As the chirping of birds and the gong of the bell somewhere in the church, somewhere in the Trident. Please, last words. Somewhere in the Trident starts to gong, and then everyone wakes up, and the town starts to hustle and bustle about.
Oh, well, about an hour before that, I woke Longshore up to be like, it's time to do some exercises,
Oh, yeah.
friendo. You said you wanted to get in on this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why I woke you up. Alrighty, so I
What was the ruling? Is it just like a 1d20?
just enough. Ah, fuck!
Oh yeah, that's right. And then we just take whatever over.
The second number is. So I don't get any. Feels bad. 0 for me.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, you get 10. Nicely done.
Yeah. So eventually everyone wakes up, everyone in the place wakes up. You still hear the snoring of a few people who decide to sleep in.
Hey, West.
Yes.
I've got a note here that says 18 Death Moon, and I have no fucking clue where that came from or what it means.
That's irrelevant now because you no longer have your symbol. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
for
that's
resurrection
the,
recharge.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So it turns out the field on my character sheet I was keeping this training in is now broken. I put it up to 10, and I click off it, and it just empties.
I just have it in
Is
my
your
bio.
sheet popped out, or is it?
It's in one of my resource tabs.
Is your sheet popped out, or is it?
No.
Like, yeah, then I've got no clue. Sometimes mine acts weird if it's popped out.
That's because you typed it wrong, bro. You put it in the total. There you go, done.
No, like So somehow you... Did you just do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm really confused. Whatever.
Alright, I think we're good to go. Carlius, get up.
Whoa. Fuck.
It's
Yep.
time to go.
Okay. I drag myself out of bed and grab my shit.
Alright. Tobias, you got maps, right? You can lead us? Or at least direct us.
Arcturus had all the maps, but
Yeah, did he have all of them?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, we need to go get more.
I mean, like, we still have our world map that we had. I don't think we gave that to him.
I don't know if that's specific or not.
Well,
Can
we
we
need to go meet the guard and he'll lead us there, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, sure. Look good. Alright.
Alright, Thorin, as you get to about there, you can roll a dex save.
Oh, shit. Is someone coming
There's
flying
another
out of this
drunken
door
brawl.
in front of me? Yeah. That's not bad at all.
Well, we'll see.
Uh-oh. It's not bad for me. Uh-oh.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, the back of a hand flies through the air and it smacks you across the face, sending you stumbling
Ow.
backwards a few times, and then everyone sees this guy on the bed swivel to his side and he stands up. And he just looks at you and he points at you. You?
There is a deep, menacing look on Thorin's face right now.
Well, come on then. He
What?
leaves the room. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to drag them.
Is this the guard who's meant to be leading us around?
You gonna wait all day or what?
Are you the person who's meant to be taking us to the forest?
I don't know, am I? Are you
Are-
the adventurers I'm
are
supposed to lead?
Thorin, this guy came in last night, like, talking to himself and shaking his fist at nothing. I don't think he has all his screws.
Do you work for Velimo?
Tobias, you should probably set him on fire.
I concur.
Wait, Velimo, that's... Do we know who that is? I don't recognize it.
I suggest fire.
You
I'll
look
go
down
straight
at the
to fire, I'm
bounty.
sure.
You look down at the bounty that you've received, and at the very bottom it says "Requested by Velimo, the alchemist."
Ah, yes. Yeah, Tobias is gonna step forward and meet the party face and say, yes, we were hired by Velimo to go kill
Yes.
some
Give
snake
a
or
brief.
something.
Let's go.
Okay then. Suppose we follow this guy.
And as he walks along, he continues pointing at various things. And it's almost as if he walks by a beggar and he points at him and he says, "You're a waste of space. Get out of my face." And he continues to walk along.
Sick rhyme.
Yeah, I don't mean to, but it's just... So he continues to lead everyone up all the way towards the scribes. And he pushes through all the crowd and he's like, "Move. Get out the way."
Get out the way, bitch.
It's really
Damn it.
hard to say stuff without that happening.
Making weird references.
He eventually heads up to the scribes and he pushes open the door and he steps right through and then he just points. I keep doing the door to the back. Thank you. He points to the first scribe and he just says, "You! I need that stuff yesterday." And then he looks up and goes, "Do you have your citizenship papers?" And then he slams it down onto the table. "I came to you last night already. Come on, it should be done by now." And then he just lets up this really deep sigh. Then he blows a whistle. And then several halflings out in the street start running towards you. Tobias, you notice that the gem that it's on you lights up a bright blue.
Ah, cool. I take it out, show Thorin. Our stuff's ready.
And then the
That's
little
weird.
little guys sort of run out, and then in like this weird, cheery halfling voice sort of says to a lot of you, "Oh, we're sorry, but we can't get through all your stuff. Oh, you've got so many things, but we got the bare essentials."
Wait, what do you mean, not all of it? Like, what do we... Well, I suppose we'll see. Yes.
They
Never
place
mind,
down.
ignore me.
They place down the chest. You open it, so everyone is able to get their armor, their weapons, their symbols, like basically anything combat related you have.
Oh, thank God.
You have some of your rations from before, if you have those, and like water skins, your camping tents. But a lot of your mostly trade goods and whatnot are not in this chest yet.
Okay, that's not a big deal.
I crouch down and I narrow my eyes, and I'm like, you better not misplace my stuff.
We can do that if you want.
No.
I said
don't.
better not.
Oh. He shrugs. We do what we can. And then he leaves the room.
Alright.
Just checking.
Stuff.
Sorry, where is everyone again? I've zoned out and now I've lost everyone.
We're at the scribes.
Very top.
At the very top. Okay, thank you.
Getting all our shit back. So we've got our weapons, armor, food, basically like traveling stuff, but none of our trade goods.
Oh yeah, I heard all of that. I just didn't know where that building was. There we go.
Okay.
Dunker. Then I'll grab all of my shit, literally.
We're gonna be arrested walking through the streets with armor and weapons.
Surely not.
They can try.
That's
So-
a good question, though. Can I turn to this guy and say, "Are we going to get arrested for walking through the
He
streets
says-
with all our stuff?"
If you're brief, no. Now come on.
Oh Christ.
Okay,
Whoever
let's
that-
be brief then.
Whoever that is. Alright, let's go.
He starts leading you. Yeah.
Sorry, just how does my bow blink?
It does not blink. It does not respond.
Bo, come on, please.
I whisper to you, probably don't do that in the city. Wait till we're outside.
I will shoot you right in your right in your face.
I'd prefer not. Please.
I
And-
cuddle my bow as we walk down the street.
And as you sort of walk down the street, you eventually come past the jewelers and you see some guards sort of head on in. One of the guards outside, he's stapling sort of like a notice onto the side of the door. But the guy who's leading a lot of you starts to gesture, sort of like saying, come on, no more time to waste. And then he very rudely shoulder bumps anyone who gets in his way.
I'm just following in this dude's wake, just being like, sorry. Sorry.
Alright, so for the sake of brevity, I'll move you back to the world map. Alright, so eventually the main gates open, and then the guy, he leaves the main gates with everyone in tow, and he very rudely brushes past even more commoners. But eventually you reach the outside of the Trident. Oh my god, the map's so tiny. Let me just zoom that in so I know where we are. Alright, cool. Okay, so you eventually head out to the main area, and he starts to walk onto the main road with everyone in tow.
Okay.
I can't interact with with the party icon.
Really? You should be able to. How about now?
There we go. Yeah. All good.
So just follow really rude guard guy, I suppose.
So he starts to head towards the east, and as he basically power marches the whole way through the cold, and you can see that he's wearing very basic leather armor. It's not like his employers paid him very much at all, and he just has a very blunt-ish short sword, and he walks at a fairly brisk pace, and he just says, "Come on, keep up, don't have time to waste."
We do so, although Tobias gets maybe a bit grumpy after all. He's not really used to this forced march.
Yeah, so in this case, everyone... Let me think about this. I think Tobias might be the only one who needs to roll athletics, actually.
-2, here we go.
Because I assume everyone else has experienced trekking and fighting and stuff. Tobias might be the least
That's not too
one.
bad.
Just a tad.
It's not too bad for a Tobias.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So having spent some time with the party already, it's been like what a full month, if not more, of traversing with this party in tow. You're actually quite used to being able to walk along at such a brisk pace and pushing your body to the quote-unquote limits. But the cold is a little bit biting. What do you plan to do about this?
I don't suppose we can all like walk in a huddle with the magic fairy tent over us. I think that'll work.
Can you even walk with it around your shoulders? Because
Probably not.
I'm good in the cold. It weighs, how much does it weigh? 30 pounds. Can you carry that?
Or Dedication help me here. Let's see.
1 cubic foot of non-living. You could warm your clothes up.
Can I heat things?
Yeah, you can instantly warm
Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, I
non-living
just
material.
every now and then I just prestidigate my clothes and give them the like freshly ironed, warm feeling.
Yeah,
Straight out of the drying machine.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then you guys traverse towards the Forest of Vida, and it's kind of unusual for how Vestergaard is going on, but the road that is very nicely cobblestone paved and whatnot, it starts to very quickly fade away into dirt road. And it's a little bit mushy and like muddy just from all the snow that's mixing in. It's kind of gross. Every now and again a caravan sort of passes you. You see stretching out across the hillsides are various farmlands and whatnot, but like I said before, they're not being used right now. And you do eventually come across one, sort of like one, I was going to say house, but it's more like a hut, just like a farmer's hut. And you see out the front, there are two guys, one of them like very old and sitting in like a rocking chair, the other one a little bit younger, very obviously like the son of this man, and they're sort of like talking to one another. And you see a much younger guy working the fields. He's tilling the land despite there being no crops whatsoever, sort of like in preparation for the coming summer or whatnot. And to the back of this little house is a small pond, and they sort of just greet you. But you guys do eventually travel some, say, 100 kilometers-ish. As the day goes on, you'll need to eat one ration.
Okay.
What does Carlius and Aiden do about the cold?
That's actually a good question. I'd be able to use thaumaturgy, wouldn't I? Actually, no, I wouldn't. Let me double check that.
Let me just check one thing.
I subtracted 3 rations from the group inventory. Is that right? Because Carlos has his own stock, right?
Oh, yes, I did have my own stock. That's correct, yeah.
Cool. I mean, I can just prestidigate everyone every now and then. Doesn't cost me anything. It's easy.
Okay. Otherwise, I can just create a flame. Am I able to create a flame?
You can have 3 of these effects all going on at once. You can have one for each of you, and I'm okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Cool. I am a walking space heater.
And you're a very good one at that. So we all thank you.
I do my best.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Why not? So this goes on, and you try to keep everyone's fingers and toes from obtaining frostbite, essentially. But as I was describing the sort of like a mansion from the hut from earlier, it is towards the end of your journey, and the guardsman who's sort of leading you along, he doesn't ever actually make any small talk, but anyone who passes by on the road, he'll sort of death stare them, and then stares them until they wail past the horizon behind you guys, and then he continues marching forward. But he eventually marches right up to the owners of this hut, and he leans in and just goes, "We need a place to rest. And we're gonna take your room whether you like it or not." Then he steps right in, and the old man sort of puts a hand on the shoulder of his younger son, who looks maybe in his 40s, 50s. The old man's like 70 years. And the 40, 50-year-old guy stands up and then just sits down.
Tobias shoots him a look and says, "We're so sorry. He's an incredible asshole. So sorry about that."
The middle-aged man sort of just sighs a little bit as he stands up and enters the back of the hut, presumably to, I guess, make room for the guests. The younger man, the much younger man, like some early 20s, he walks up to the lot of you and he holds out a hand. He seems quite muscular, his hands are very heavily calloused, and he just goes, "Oh, well, you're going to be staying the night, might as well introduce yourselves."
I'm Tobias.
Do I know them?
That's a good question. You can roll history.
History. Oh, big boy.
hey!
The man who's about to shake your hand, you know that his name is Agron.
Agra, yep.
Yep, Agron, and his older, like his father is Aston, not Kucha, and his grandfather is Alaric, and they run the. This will sound really dumb, but they run the AAA farm outside the Trident, and they're a good import, well not, they're a good exporter of basically wheat and barley, and they're a good source of the Tridents like ale and whatnot.
Some would say ale. But I hold my hand and say, "It's good to meet you in person again. How are you?"
Carlius. Oh. You've been to the Trident recently, haven't you?
For the first time in a very long time. Why is that?
You wouldn't have happened to have any ale while you're in town, would you?
Well, I did indeed. As is the custom, isn't it?
Always. How'd it taste?
To be honest, a lot better than I remember it. I don't know if it's because we were working harder or because they got much better stock, but it was definitely the goods.
Good to hear, good to hear. He turns around to his grandfather and gives him a thumbs up, who returns the gesture in kind, and he turns around and looks at you again and goes, "Yeah, no, we've been experimenting with some different farming methods. Get some better stock, essentially."
Oh, nice. Well, congratulations. Very well done.
Yeah, well, thanks. Hey, it's good seeing you again after all this time.
Yeah, of course.
So, what's this all about? And then he sort of gestures towards the door as though to point to the guy who's rude.
He's a very unusual person.
I'm sure he's the type, if he downs a few ales, he'll calm right down.
I think he'll probably get worse.
Yeah, my money's on that as well.
Well,
I prefer not to put my money on anything because I've got no idea what's going to happen.
oh hey, while you're here, we'll set up some space for you, I suppose. Can't let you stay out in the cold, and hit you up with some beer, some ale.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And then he starts to head inwards towards the cabin, sort of gesturing for you to follow along. But as you start to follow along, the oldest of the lot raises a hand, and then he looks at Thorin, and he does this come over here motion very slowly. He's very obviously old. And then he pats the swinging chair next to him, and he says in this old man voice, "Come, take a seat."
Does it look sturdy enough to support my gigantic fat ass?
No, not at all.
I kind of sheepishly rub the back of my head, and I've got my helmet off at this point. I'm sorry to say, but I feel like I'm carrying a lot of stuff. I might break it if I sit on it.
Oh, I see. Well, you can
I'll
at
happily
least...
keep you company though.
Please, I'd like to hear some stories of your travels. And then he looks to the rest of you. And from the lot of you too. The more perspectives, the better. And Agron just looks at a lot of you and he just shrugs and says, well, I guess I'll go in and get the beer.
We might need a lot of beer for this.
He just
Oh, we get the suds straight from the brewery. This is cool.
he just smiles and goes, that won't be a problem. And he heads inside at his
As he goes, I'm like, you know what? Bring us all the beer you have.
He squints a little bit and just goes, we'll start small. And
Yeah.
then he ends. He enters the house.
As he leaves again, like, wait. I'm concerned what you heard was bring a lot of beer. What I said was, bring us all the beer you have.
The door closes in response. And Alaric just sort of gives a lot of you like a stern look and just says, come, please take a seat. And there are various rocking chairs all about this porch.
Is there like just like a wood chopping stump somewhere?
Yeah, it's past the porch in front of the house, but it is still within view of everyone.
Okay, how heavy does it look? Do you reckon I can like pick it up and bring it over to use as a seat? I'll just put it back once I'm done with it.
Oh yeah, you can roll strength.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try to, and I'm
DC
going
13.
Okay, I'm going to guidance myself just to make sure. Say a little prayer, just like, please God, I really hope I don't fuck this up and embarrass myself. Oh yeah, I fucking nail it. It's all good.
Yeah. How do you wish to lift this stump up? It's pretty heavy.
Have you played the new God of War?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, in like the very first like opening minute, he chops
How
down
is
a
it,
whole
by the way?
tree. It's fucking awesome. It's the best God of War by far. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. I just want to like grab it by the sides and then just put it on one shoulder and just walk back over and just plonk it down. Like I'm not gonna like juggle it and do any crazy shit.
Mm-mm. So as you all sort of sit down, he says to a lot of you, do you all want to take a water break here and meet back in 5 minutes?
Old man,
That
my
sounds like a
immersion,
great plan.
you just killed it.
That does sound good though.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll be back in 5
Actually, wait,
minutes.
I'm gonna forget. Oh, you guys can all go, but Jacob.
Yeah,
for-
I'm still gonna be here.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
This is
alright.
gonna be time to order dinner.
Alright.